Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to solve the test review in order to help you prepare for the test. So let's get started. On the first problem, I'm asked to find the equation of the line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here and I'll make it a little bit smaller. So there we go. This will give me space to write my work. I'm going to go ahead and change the color. And first thing I need to do is I need to identify two good points. So right here, I find one good point, and here's another one. So now I need to find the rise. So the rise would be -2, and my run will be 1. So my slope is -2 over 1. I also need to find my y-intercept. My y-intercept is where the line touches the y-axis, and it touches right there, which is 3. With that, I can write the equation of the line, which is in this form: y equals mx plus b, and all I have to do is substitute. So this would be y equals -2 over 1x plus 3. So right now, all I have to do here is write y equals -2 divided by 1, arrow x plus 3. Whoops. Plus 3. Okay, that matches. So let's press the check mark, and I get a green light. Very good. Let's go on to the next problem. So next problem is similar to the previous one. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to move my drawing, and that will give me space to do my work. So I'm going to select two good points. So let's say I select this one right here and this one right there. And from there, my rise would be -1, and my run will be 3. So I know that my slope is -1 over 3, and my b will be at this point right here, which is -5. So when I write my equation in the formula y equals mx plus b, my equation will be -1 over 3 x minus 5. So there we go. We're going to write over here y equals -1 over 3 space x minus 5. Let's check mark, and we get a green light. So that means it's correct. Let's go on to the next one. Same thing. Let's make it smaller, move to the corner, and then we're ready to identify our slope. So we choose two good points. So right there is one. Here's another one. My rise here will be +1, and my run +1 as well. So that means my slope is 1 over 1, and my b is right here at 4. So my equation is going to be y equals mx plus b. So my equation is y equals 1 over 1x plus 4. So with that, we put it right there. Y equals 1 over 1, arrow x plus 4. And we check. We got a green light. Awesome. Same thing here. I'm going to reduce the graph. We move to the corner. And we're going to select 2 good points. So here I select this one and this one. So from there, I don't have any rise. So that means my rise is 0 on top. And my run is 1. So 0 over 1 is 0. And my B is where the line touches the y-axis. It touches right there. So it'd be 4. So when I write my equation, this would be y equals mx plus b. This would be y equals 0x plus 4. Now we usually don't write 0x, so our final answer, because 0 times x is 0, and 0 plus 4 is 4. So our final answer is y equals 4. So we write y equals 4, check mark, and we get a green light. Awesome. Next problem. Let's make it smaller. Let's move to the corner. And let's select 2 good points. So let's say I choose this one and this one. So my slope here, my rise would be 1, but my run will be 0. 1 over 0 is undefined, so we write no slope. And for our B, because this line does not touch the y-axis, we write not applicable. And that tells us whenever we have no slope, that our equation will start with x. This will be the special case where it starts with x. And then you just look at the x-axis and we see that the line crosses at -3. So my equation is x equals -3. So please be very careful here. So whenever you have no slope, that means you have an equation that starts with x. So this will be x equals -3. Click there, and we got a green light. Let's go on to problem number 6. If you remember x-intercept, we're looking for something that have 0 for y. So if we're looking at the table here, the one that has 0 for y, which by the way, f of x is the same thing as y, we notice then that the x-intercept will be -2. So that means we're going to select the second one. Okay, and if you notice right there, we got a green light. Very good. Let's go on to the next one. The next one asks for the y-intercept. So for the y-intercept, we know that the first value will be 0. So that means we're looking for this guy right here. So that means this would be -5. So that means our answer will be this one right there. Okay. Next one, we're looking for the y-intercept. So if you remember, y equals mx plus b. The b is the y-intercept, and the b is the number without letters or without x. So in this case, the b is -9. So we're going to click right there, and we get a green light. Same thing happens with number 4. The y-intercept is the number without x, so this would be 7. Next one is asking for the y-intercept given a graph. So we know that the y-intercept is where the line touches the x-axis. And we also know that the x value for the y-intercept is always 0, so this would be 0, 4. So here I can write parenthesis 0, comma 4, close parenthesis, press enter, and I get a green light. Okay, the word 0 means the x-intercept. So basically is where the line touches the x-axis and is touching at 2. So for 0, you just have to write the x value. So 2. And we get a green light. Okay. Okay, the next one is the graph shows how much gas is left in Adam's tank after he driven X miles. What does the x-intercept represent in this situation? So we're looking for the x-intercept. X-intercept is right here. And this is the distance. The x-intercept is the distance when there's no gas. All right, gallons of gas he had in his tank at the start of the test. If you remember, start is a keyword for y-intercept. So we know that that's not our answer. The number of miles he drives before running out of gas. So this is promising, okay, because it's running out at the end, no gas, okay. The number of gallons per mile, okay, the word per means slope, so we definitely know that letter C is not correct. And the next one, the number of miles per gallon again means slope, okay. So we know that it's going to be letter B, and letter D is out of the picture. So I'm going to select letter B, and we get a green light. Let's look at the next one. The next one is looking for the x-intercept again. So we'll look at the x-intercept right there. And this is talking about the number of foundations at tons of concrete. Okay, so the starting amount, that means that this would be the y-intercept. So, okay, so please remember y-intercept, some of the keywords is initial, starting, beginning, and like for the x-intercept, would be like end, final, running out, etc. Okay, so let's go back to our problem here. So starting, we know that that's going to be the y-intercept, so that we know that's not the answer. The amount of concrete used per foundation. So the keyword here is per means slope, so that means we don't want that one. The number of foundations per amount of concrete. Again, we don't want the word per. The number of foundations that can be poured before running out. Running out is a keyword for x-intercept. So we click letter D. And we got a right answer. Let's go on to the next problem. Next problem is asking, what is the meaning of the y-intercept? We know the y-intercept is right there. So the cost of visiting the museum 20 times is $70. Well, this does not have $70, so that's not it. And plus it's talking about 20 times, so 20 visits will be right there. And we're looking for this point right there. The cost of membership is $30. Okay, that's promising. each visit to the museum costs $20. Okay, so this is not each visit, this is the initial amount. So each is also another word for slope, okay, because that will be the rate. Okay, you can only visit the museum 100 times. And also, again, this is, we're not looking for 100. Okay, so basically the cost of membership, so the initial cost, okay, would be $30. So we select letter B and we get the green light. Let's go on to the next problem. Next problem is how to find the slope. So we're going to click right there. And if you remember, we're going to label the points x1, y1, x2, 2. Then we want to show our work by writing -2 minus 3 over 1 minus 2. Okay. Draw the line and we press equal sign. So on the top I'm going to have -5, and on the bottom this would be 1 -2 equals 3. So it'll be -5/3. So we write here -5 over 3, and we click and we got a green light. Okay, here I have a table. So what I can do is move this to the side and select 2 points. So let's say I select this one and I select this one. Okay, so then I would write the points that I selected. So in this case I selected 2, 4 and 4, 4. So I'm going to label them x1, y1, then x2, y2. Because I don't have a lot of space here, I'm going to click the minus, and that means I made it a little bit smaller, and I can move this here. So now I have more space. And I click M equals, and then I'll write 4 minus 4 over 4 minus 2. Okay. So there we go right there. I'm going to click the line, click T, and this will be equal to 0 over 2. And we'll click the line, click the equal sign, and 0 divided by 2 is 0. So then I press here and I click 0, and I got a green light. Next one is to find the slope using a graph. If you remember, this one we just need to select 2 good points. So here is a good point, and as we follow along, this is a not good point. So I know that my slope is -1, 2, 3, 4, -4, and I run 3. So my slope is -4 over 3. So -4 over 3. And then we got a green light. Now let's go to the next problem. And next problem is looking for, always look for the question mark. And here it says, what is the rate of change of the fuel remaining with respect to hours. Rate of change is slope. So basically, I need 2 good points on the graph. So I'm going to select this point right here and this point right there. And if I notice, my rise is from 180 to 60, so that means I went down 20 units, and then I ran 2 units right there. Okay, so my slope is -20 divided by 2, which is -10. So we click right there, and this would be -10. Click, and we got the green light. So this concludes the review. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.